Condolences are pouring in on social media, and Florida flags will soon be flying half-staff after the death of Florida's 38th governor, Bob Graham, a Harvard-educated attorney who convinced the state he could relate to a regular working man. According to his biography, he was so popular he left his second term with an 83% approval rating before heading to the U.S. Senate. Now we look back on how he's being remembered right here in Tallahassee. People in our neighborhoods are sharing their stories of one of the most influential Floridians, Bob Graham. I'm Shamari Morrison, your downtown neighborhood reporter. Graham started off as a state legislator and then moved on to the governor's mansion and eventually went to the U.S. Senate. And I sat down and spoke with the people who were there as he made his journey through politics. Florida State Representative Allison Tant and her husband, Barry Richard, an attorney and former member of the Florida House of Representatives, knew Graham well. Tant, a former intern of his, and Richard served in the state legislature when Graham was there as well. Graham went from state rep to governor to U.S. senator with a career spanning decades. The pair says his legacy in Florida is one that endures. Graham leading the preservation of Florida lands and wildlife and an advocate of education. Tant says Graham's service is what she'll remember him most for. Richard says it was his legacy as a statesman.
Nobody did more than Bob Graham for preserving the original state of Florida and its beauty of natural resource than Bob Graham. And some of the things that we're doing to this day come from those actions that he took as governor to preserve our state.
He got along with everybody. He got along with the Republicans. He worked with them. He worked on legislation. Everybody liked him. Everybody respected him, which never changed.
Florida Highway Patrol are escorting Bob Graham's body this afternoon from Gainesville to a funeral home in Tallahassee. Funeral plans have not been announced yet. Governor Ron DeSantis says he'll order flags at half-staff to honor Bob Graham.
We're really thankful for his service, and he served very, very ably for this state for many, many years.
That will apply to all flags at state facilities. The order has not been issued yet. Meanwhile, President Joe Biden is also honoring Graham. He served in the Senate with him. The president said Graham's service made America a safer and stronger nation. In the statement, he writes, Bob loved people, and he knew that politics at its core is about learning from and serving others. That's why he spent more than 400 workdays on the job with constituents, doing everything from picking tomatoes to handling baggage to patrolling the streets with police. He knew it matters to walk a mile in other folks' shoes. The president went on to say, our hearts today are with Bob's beloved wife of 65 years, Adele, with their 4 daughters, Gwen, Sissy, Suzanne, and Kendall, with their grandchildren and friends, and with the people of Florida, whom Bob served so well in so many ways for so long. In downtown Tallahassee, Shamari Morrison, ABC 27.